Governor Greg Abbott was busy today signing 3 bills that he says will bring more property tax relief to millions of Texas homeowners and businesses. IO Politics reporter Jack Fink live in Denton, where the governor was earlier today, Jack. But we know there's one step that has to happen before all of this becomes a real reality.
Well, Nicole, state lawmakers say they did their part, and now it's up to residents and business owners to make it final. Voters are going to have to approve this constitutional amendment during the election this November. Now, just a short time ago, Governor Greg Abbott signed the 3 bills into law during a ceremony at the Robeson Ranch, a retirement community here in Denton. The law will benefit seniors and other Texas homeowners. If voters approve, the homestead exemption will increase from $100,000 to $140,000 for most homeowners, and it will take effect this year. For seniors over 65 and the disabled, the homestead exemption will rise to $200,000. And so here's how all this is going to translate to savings on your property tax bill. The average homeowner will save nearly an extra $500 on their property taxes. And when you combine the savings from 2023, which are still in effect, that will total $1,750. For those 65 and older and the disabled, they'll get an extra $900, bringing their total savings to more than $2,300. And with an increase in exemptions for businesses on their property taxes, the savings could be about $2,500. For homeowners, the homestead exemption will be reflected on their school property tax only, which is the largest portion of the bill. The state will use less property tax money to fund public schools and instead rely more on state sales tax and other state revenues. For business owners, they'll see their exemption increase reflected on not only their school, but their county and city property taxes as well. The governor explained why the constitutional amendment is so important.
We know there will be generations of other leaders leading the state. We want to make sure that we do more than just pass a law for this session that could be overturned by a majority next session. We want to make sure that we pass laws that are enduring that would require 2/3 votes, which mathematically would mean, as it concerns increasing a tax.
Now, the governor says he hopes to, in the future, further restrict local governments, cities and counties, from having their property taxes go up. Nicole?
Yeah, Jack, I know the headline today was all about property taxes, but did we hear from the governor about the credible threat at the Texas Capitol this weekend after the assassinations of the Minnesota state lawmaker and her husband?
Yes, and the governor said what happened in Minnesota can never be allowed to happen here in Texas. And he says for that reason, the Texas Department of Public Safety is on heightened alert. Now, DPS did arrest a man after there was a credible threat at the Texas Capitol on Saturday where a No Kings rally was set to take place, and that threat was against at least one legislator. Take a listen.
There was a person on the Capitol grounds with a gun who seemingly had the intent to do harm to a legislator. No more defined than that. If you're on the Capitol grounds with a gun conveying that type of message, that's a credible threat that has to be taken seriously. You obviously saw what happened in Minnesota. We need all to make sure that nothing like that ever happens in the state of Texas.
And he says Texas DPS obviously is staying on top of this. Incidentally, the governor is going to be back for another bill signing in Fort Worth tomorrow.